I don't know. Just finished up a little jog, nothing too impressive, but I've kind of been thinking of and realizing, and I made a video that I'm actually not going to host it, because nobody really cares about my personal life, and I don't want to put it like too much. It's not like anything interesting or revealing. I don't yell my social security number repeatedly, but I don't want to really share it. I want to just save it for posterity. But kind of like having some mental shifts about how I feel about things and think about things, like serious ones about like deep things and all that. But this is like, I don't know if it's like a sign of stress or depression or something, but like I'm looking at philosophy and like, trying to objectify and think about these things. Like what could cause it? Why would this be? How would I come to these conclusions or thoughts? Or what would I want? Why do I want these things? Those philosophical questions. But so you read from everybody. You try to figure out who you like and who you dislike and why you get it, and who you think is right. And I'm not like a philosophy kind of guy, I guess. I have my thoughts and beliefs and have read some, but more so for their historical or their educational value. I mean, we all know like someone like Socrates is a philosopher, but I guess you could also argue a scientist in his time, and then obviously a historical figure. So it's like I was looking at him more that way. Jefferson was looking at it as a historical figure and a founding father. And you start realizing like these people names were more so. And you try to find some sort of peace, but it's also kind of been like in this way since I don't really know, and I'm just like grabbing a book and going through it and finding these names. It's very Lovecraftian. It's like such a dark place it sends you to try to rationalize and to see like you have all these minds and their times that influence them and the things that influence them, and how everybody out there has this different idea in their quest for knowledge and growth, and personal growth. And it's like just really scary. It's like we will never see eye to eye. There's nobody who's like a clone of you. And it's just like this, it's sent this like thought to me of like humanity is just incredible that it hasn't exterminated itself yet, and I feel like it's going to. Somehow we're going to figure that out. But it's just like, as I said, like it's really weird. It's put me in this like really dark place, and I'm genuinely a happy person, and I'm happy overall, but like when I'm trying to figure out like, why do I want this, or like why is that my favorite color, and then you try to think about it, and then you just get this funk, this like ugh. But yeah, I like using the term Lovecraftian for it, as the darker I go in, I feel like this knowledge is tainted. It's like evil somehow. It's not evil as in I can use it for something bad, but I guess you could justify a lot of horrible things that way. But I don't know. It's freaky, man. I don't know what pill 4chan had told me I have taken, but I think I've taken some sort of rainbow of them. It's genuinely pushed me past the brink of regular sanity. So yeah, philosophy is one hell of a subject, and I totally respect the people that are involved with it. I think it kind of gets a bad rap, but some pretty trippy stuff, and I think that I'm becoming a better person for taking these red pills and blue pills and orange pills and green pills, or whatever you want to call them, and brightening your mind, but it sends you into a real fucked up place, because you realize like where you are and how you are, but like everybody's telling you something different, just screws with it.